Class, we are working on page 93 in our grammar packets today. And this is titled Using Subordinating Conjunctions. Some big words, but it's really not going to be bad. So stick with me. We'll do a couple together and then you can do the last two on your own. But I'm going to read in the box and I want you to follow along. Subordinating conjunctions are words that connect one sentence part to another. So big words for a little word that's just a connecting word is all it is. The subordinating conjunction makes one part of the sentence dependent on the other part. When two sentences are connected using a subordinating conjunction, they form a complex sentence. So complex sentences have two parts to them. Some subordinating conjunctions are, and I want you to underline all of these. So get your pencil ready. If, because, although, after, when, and where. Now those are just some. That's not a complete list, but that's a good list for you to use today. So notice that I underlined these because we are going to need those to help us with these numbers down here. I want you to look at our example sentence because this will help you understand. Because the hawk is desperate for food, it waits patiently to seize its prey. I want you to notice a couple things about that example sentence. Number one, the word because is underlined. It's underlined because that is our subordinating conjunction, and that's the word that we're going to be finding in the other sentences, or adding, I should say, to the other sentences. Sorry. So, the other thing I want you to notice is that there are two parts of this sentence, and those two parts are separated by that little comma. The first part is, the hawk is desperate for food, and the second part is, it waits patiently to seize its prey. The because at the beginning connects those two parts together, making one larger sentence, a complex sentence that has the two parts. It does matter which word we use though, right? It matters which coordinating or subordinating conjunction that we use. Because the hawk is desperate for food, it waits patiently to seize its prey. So I couldn't use every word there because fits. That's important to know because on 1, 2, 3, and 4 below, you're going to come up with your own subordinating conjunction word, that joining word, to connect these connect the two sentences, the pair of sentences, there we go, that are written. And we'll use a comma where we need to. Let's do number one together. I'm going to grab a marker. We'll do number one together so that you can see. All right, so follow with me on number one. I wrote my report on the Everglades. I researched my topic thoroughly. We're going to turn those two sentences into one complex sentence, but we're going to put a subordinating conjunction, and let's put it right in the front, just like our example sentence at the top where it says, because the hawk is desperate for food. Let's use a word like that. So I wrote my report on the Everglades. I researched my topic thoroughly. I like the because, and I think it works. So listen to this, and you tell me what you think. Or you can think about it. Because I wrote my report on the Everglades, I researched my topic thoroughly. That could work. Let me see if there's any others that work. I think that's the best one. So I'm going to write that out. Because, and then you do have to write out the sentences this time, but I know you can do it. They're written right above, so you shouldn't have any issues with spelling or anything. I know you can do it. Because I wrote my report on the Everglades. Now, right up at the top, that has a period after, but because we're joining those, we're going to put a comma right there. Comma, I researched the topic thoroughly. Period. Boom. Now, if you need to pause the video to finish writing, that is just fine. You can pause it now. But I'm going to move on to number 2 now. So follow along with me on number 2. Our class saw the sunset over the still water. We all sighed in amazement. So if we look up at the top, we've got the options if, because, although, after, when, and where. And let's just try out a few to see if they work. Because our class saw the sunset over the still water, we all sighed in amazement. That works. That can work. We already used because though, so let's see what else we can find. Although our class saw the sunset over the still water, we all sighed in amazement. That one doesn't work very well. How about this one? After our class saw the sun set over the still water, we all sighed in amazement. Yeah, that works. I like that one. How about this one? When our class saw the sun set over the still water, we all sighed in amazement. Yes, that one could work as well. In fact, I think I like that one the best. I'm going to use when. When our class, and you can be writing this with your pencil too, saw the sunset over the still water, comma, because we're joining those two sentences together, but there are still two parts of that sentence, so we got to put a comma. Over the still water, comma, and then I'm going to do the other part. Our class, we all sighed in amazement. You got it? Okay, pause the video if you need more time. On 3 and 4, I want you to try it out. I want you to pick one of those words from the top to add to 3 and 4, to add to those two sentences so that we can actually make those sentences be one, the complex sentence. Why are we doing this? Well, if we only had these short sentences, I think that when we talk or when we might read something in a book, it would be very choppy. Short, just a bunch of short sentences is very robot-like and it's very choppy. But when an author can use complex sentences, these larger sentences where we have more ideas and we don't take a break after, periods. We do take a break after periods, but if there's so many, that's too many breaks and it's too choppy. I hope that makes sense. That thought didn't come out as well as I hoped. But that's why we have the complex sentences and why we need those two big words, the subordinating conjunctions. We need those joining words. I hope that works for you, and I want you to try and finish 3 and 4 on your own. You got this.